Good evening, Soldier Boy here, and welcome back to Detroit Become Human for live stream number 8, where you guys are in control of exactly what happens. You guys make the decisions, I talk about them, and we go from there. Good evening, I hope you're well. I hope your weekend has been good. For those that aren't aware, we have been a bit missing this week. It's been a bit of a weird one with summer holidays starting and other things going on. We've not been as active as we'd like, plus we had an issue with the PlayStation Network earlier on in the week. That caused a big issue as well. But it has been 2 weeks. She's not sung before. I wonder what's going on then. It's been 2 weeks since we last streamed Detroit, and this is our 2 weekly game for you guys to have a lot more control over what's happening. And here we are this evening. So as I say, I hope everyone's well. You may notice the thumbnail has changed. But you may not have noticed, because actually I've not pressed save yet. I'm still doing the other side of stuff. So we're going to continue on from last stream. Last stream we had a situation we had to deal with Kara after we met Rose. We then teamed up with, we were then Markus, as we went to make a peaceful protest, is the one we actually did. And then we finished off the stream by finding out what had happened to Connor in the stream previously, because last we saw of Connor before the last stream was he had been shot quite a few times and had quite a few bullet holes in him. And that was the last time we saw him. So the last stream we actually found out what happened to him. And for those that aren't aware, he came back. He didn't come back. He was fixed to a point, I suppose you should call it fixed. What did you call it, fixed? They uploaded his consciousness into another AI, I think is probably the better way of putting it. Let me just check the sound. Yeah. So I always check the sound, so you do hear a double voice for a minute.
But to have a reason to live. That's a quote from Jean Genot, a French writer.
So yeah, we got to get used to that. That was a bit weird, knowing he was alive, but he's not the same Connor. And obviously Hank had a few things to deal with when it came to that situation. He wasn't quite happy with how that all worked out. It's probably an understatement of the year, to be fair. But that was last stream. This is this one. I don't know what the next story is, because we'd never know. We made some good decisions last stream. The peaceful protest, I think, really worked well. And the other thing we did actually do last stream as well, as Connor, we met the creator. And we had to make a decision whether to kill the lady you see in front of you now. And you guys decided not to. So we didn't kill Chloe, as she's called. So I definitely feel it was a good decision. Sometimes you don't know if it's a good decision at the time until later on. But we did get some information out of it, which was a bonus. But here we are this evening. So as I say, you guys are in control. You guys are making the decisions. Why is she suddenly singing? This is, what, live stream number 8. And she has never sang before. And now she is. I swear she's never sang before. It's live stream number 8, so yeah. She's never sang for us before. I wonder if we are getting quite near the end, to be fair. These streams are only 2 hours. Due to time of evening we start. It's got a decent voice, to be fair. Yeah, not a bad voice. So, as I say, we're going to, this evening, hopefully, continue on in the same vein, making good decisions, and seeing what's next for the story. It's kind of been a difficult one to judge how close we are to the finish, to be fair. There are times I thought we were, and then it's never really gone to that point, so I'm not really sure how far away we are, to be honest. Which kind of makes me wonder how many more there is to do, which is definitely an interesting one. Right, let's continue on. Obviously, if no one wants to make decisions, that's absolutely fine. I will make them, I'll talk through them, and we'll go from there. But more than happy for people to join in and make the decisions for me, which would be nice. But yeah, a lot of our usual subscribers who jump in on these are working, so that's probably going to make things a little bit more difficult tonight. But let's have a look what is next. Story-wise, I'm curious. I just don't know how close we are to the end. We must be close, I would have said. I don't know. Marcus's story is still going strong. Kara, well, she's still trying to get across the border. And Connor hasn't kind of worked out why deviants are deviant yet. So there seems to be a lot of unanswered questions. And we start with Markus. Okay, there is something on the floor to read. The reason you read these, it gives you conversation pieces later on anyway. I'm not going to read them all out loud, but we will just read this. Scan over it kind of thing. Just to make sure we've got it. There we go. That one's done. Okay, so what have we got around us? Walk to the edge of view to look at. Detroit Android. Welcome to Detroit Android City. Wow. I think we're walking to the edge by the looks of things. Is there anything else to do whilst here? Oh, we can play the piano. Let's play the piano. Thanks for the like, much appreciated. I'm just giving Markus some thinking time. Making sure he knows what his next move is. That's quite cool. That was all done with the touchpad as well, which was quite cool. And now we've done everything we can do. It's on the edge.
I was wondering where you were.
The north is only neutral with us. Okay. It's down for the first decision of the evening. Like I say, if no one wants to make this, then that's fine. I will make one myself. But North has asked, she was wondering where we were. And we have to decide whether we're going to say thinking, alone, or, well, think, alone, or daylight. Good evening, Crazy Irishman. How are you? Good evening to the wife as well. You're both just trying to catch everything. I hope you're both well. Thanks for the like of those, much appreciated. So I'm assuming the think is I just wanted to think, had needed time to think. I'm assuming the second choice alone would be I needed time to alone. You're both saying think. Perfect. That's 2 for think then. And maybe the bottom option possibly could be I just wanted to see the daylight. Possibly. But we'll go for think then. Let's have a look at see what think gives us. North is only neutral as well, which is an interesting one.
I needed to think.
I like it here. I come here often. It's like being alone with the world. We freed hundreds of our people, and they're still coming from all over the city. Those who dream of freedom come to Jericho. Something's changing. You seem preoccupied.
Oh, there's some choices to be made next. Keep busy. You're moving to a new property on the 4th of August. Oh, wow. That's not far away. Then you're moving again already. Well, congrats on the new place. Sorry, my phone was just going off. Distracted me for a minute. Yeah, congratulations on the new place, guys, Irishman. Hope the move goes well. Right, choices. He's been preoccupied. We've unlocked followers as a conversation piece. We've got next step, lie or be sincere. Followers is obviously talking about the masses and masses of followers. So if you did miss the last stream, we did a peaceful protest and rescued no end of AIs and converted them, which was incredible. And we did it as a peaceful protest rather than anything more than that. And I think that was probably the best decision. Next step is obviously another choice. Possibly, I'm thinking about what's next for us. I'm not sure why he would lie or why he'd be sincere. To me, doesn't make much sense. Might as well do followers as that's unlocked. Absolutely. I think that's a good choice. I think followers it is.
They all obey me. They follow me without question. And that much power feels good. And scary at the same time.
All the media are talking about what we did last night. The humans are terrified. They're afraid of a civil war. Many of our people were burned in response to what happened. The humans hate us. They'll never give us our freedom.
Okay, more choices. More choices. So interesting how Markus is talking about power and how it feels good. But at the same time, he seems a very reluctant leader. That's the way it comes across. So, the humans hate us. That's what North was saying. So we can answer with an optimistic answer, a pessimistic answer, a fatalistic answer, or a determined answer. I suppose optimistic would be optimistic for what will come. Pessimistic will be, well, they'll always hate us kind of thing. Fatalistic, I would assume, be something along the lines of many more people are going to die. And determined, maybe along the lines of we'll see this through to the end, possibly. But what do you guys think as a good choice next? As I said at the start, I don't really know how much more is left. Markus' story seems to be coming to that natural conclusion. It's going to be either a big fight or it's going to sort things out one way or another. The other two stories, Kara and Connor, I wouldn't say their stories are quite anywhere near close to finishing. So I don't really know how far away we are, to be honest. It's kind of a weird one. I've been trying to work it out in my head, and I just can't kind of click to where we're at, story-wise, mid, late story, that kind of thing. So what do we think as a choice, then, to answer North? Should we be optimistic, pessimistic, fatalistic, or determined? Some people were saying yesterday in last night's stream of Chronicles about next week, while we're waiting for the answers and stuff. Scheduled video goes out tomorrow afternoon, 1 p.m. GMT as always. We can't do any morning live streams next week because of summer holidays. So I've done a couple of extra evening streams. I'm trying to fit all the games we've got on the go in next week, but to make up for the morning streams, Stray, which is a game that was free for PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium subscribers, the episodes of that go live tomorrow. I've kind of waited. I know it's a big trending thing. YouTube's full of it. I didn't know YouTube was going to be so big full of it. I recorded it, but I was leaving it a week before we uploaded it, mainly because I'd already done last week's schedule. So if you've seen it, don't worry. And someone did say something yesterday that kind of didn't surprise me, but was kind of interesting, that they asked if we'd do the Final Fantasy games that were on Premium as episodes. And I said, yeah, absolutely. And they were like, well, what if no one watches them? I'm quite happy to make hundreds of videos and no one watches. That doesn't bother me. Making the episodes and making episodic content for me keeps me busy, mind busy, and keeps me organised. The streaming is the fun part. I get to interact with you guys. But the episodic content, if no one watches it, I don't mind. So yeah, at some point we're going to be starting some of the Final Fantasies, hopefully. I've just got to finish things we're in the middle of first. So that's I've got a few things I'm working on to try and, keep going with the episodic stuff as well. So, back to this though. Crazy Iceman, you think optimistic? Let's hopefully we get something. Wife's not sure. It's a weird one, isn't it? I wouldn't... Fatalistic and pessimistic, possibly. Bad answers. But we'll go for optimistic then. We'll have a look.
No, not all humans are the same. Some of them understand that they can't stop us from becoming free forever.
You haven't said much about yourself since you've been with us. What was your life like before Jericho?
Interesting question. Okay. Very interesting question. What was Marcus's life like before Jericho? Are we going to be truthful? Are we going to be sincere? Are we going to avoid the question? Or tell her it's not important? That's an interesting one, isn't it? Because obviously Marcus had quite a good life before Jericho. One bad decision kind of changed everything for him. But until that point, he had it really good. You know, he had someone who treated him well compared to some of the other AI have been treated. I'm not sure how a void would do us any favours. Personally, I just think that would be a weird answer to try and avoid the question. Sincere, possibly. And I suppose in some ways you could argue for not important, to be fair. As not important, it's not, his past doesn't really affect what's going on with Jericho currently. So you could kind of argue all those different ways. But what do you guys think? Thanks for the like, much appreciated whoever that was. Good evening, High Dusk. How are you? Worst time? You got to go to sleep. I know. Apologies to High Dusk. I know the evening streams are not good timing for you. I hope you're well. Both truthful as he had a good life before Jericho. He did, exactly. So there's no point in lying about that, is there? So if there's no other answers, we'll go for truth. And see what that brings us.
I was caring for an old man. He was like a father to me. He showed me that humans and androids can live together.
We've gained North's trust a little bit there. We've neutral for ages. We keep gaining her trust, losing it, gaining her trust, losing it, via decisions. And we've gained a little bit there. Also, my online friend said he was committing. Well, that's not good. High Dusk. Is he okay? Yeah, that's never nice. I will play devil's advocate for a second, though. I will say, in my experience, if someone's telling you that, it means they're asking for help rather than physically going through it. But I hope they're okay. So, yeah, that's kind of thrown me now. I want to carry on, but that's quite a big thing as well, High Dusk. But yeah, all I can say is I hope he's okay. And yeah. What's the options? What the in-game options? Can you say the name? Oh, North's past or leave are the options. So we've just told her about our past have been truthful, gained her trust, and we've got a choice to either ask about her past or leave without, well, don't ask about her past. So it's one of those. Asking about her past could upset her, it could lower the trust, but it could also bring us closer, or we could just let it go. You're going for ask North about her past, Idusk, yeah? So we've got one for asking North about her past. It's one of those weird ones, though. She asked us a question, we've been honest and truthful. Asking about her past, if she doesn't want to talk about it, could be bad. But then also, like I say, it could bring us closer. North's past and the wife and me. Oh, North's past and the wife. And you leave. In Crazy Irishman, you're saying leave. So 2 for ask North and 1 for leave. Okay. We'll ask North then, as it's 2-1. Let's have a look.
What about you?
She's gained her as a friend. That's helped.
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. More choices. So she doesn't want to talk about her past. but she's become more of a friend towards us from at least asking the question. So good choice to ask at least. So now we've got to answer her not wanting to talk about it with either trust, aggressive, curious, or understanding. I'm assuming trust would be, you can trust me. Aggressive, well, you've got to tell me now kind of thing, maybe. Curious. Curious would be, I don't know, I want to get to know you better maybe. We've got one for trust then so far. And understanding. Trust could come across as an aggressive answer though as well. Well, you can trust me. If she doesn't want to talk, she doesn't want to talk. It's a weird one, isn't it? Have we got any other votes? Trust has got one vote so far. It's definitely a weird one. Obviously, I think aggressive is probably a bad choice. Trust could be seen as a bad choice. Curious and understanding. Understanding is probably a better choice, probably a good choice, but I don't know where curious will rank. 2 for understanding, 1 for trust. It's 2-1. So let's go for understanding then.
We all have something we want to forget. But you need to know where you come from to know who you are.
North has now liked us a bit more because of that. So the understanding has helped. We're back to 3 of the 4 answers from before. Trust, aggressive, or curious. I'm assuming the High Dusk is going to stick to his trust. Yep, thought you might, High Dusk. So we've got trust now. 1 for trust. What does anyone else say? I still think aggressive is probably a bad choice. Curious, I think curious and trust could be bad or good depending. So another 2 votes for trust then. So let's have a look at trust. It's 3 votes for trust.
North, we're fighting together. We have to know things about each other to trust each other.
Gained a game with North. That's a good choice.
I was nothing. A doll in a distributor program to satisfy humans. Just a toy designed for their pleasure. One day I was with a man who rented me. And without knowing why, I realized I couldn't take it anymore. I strangled him and I ran away. There, now you know everything. I shouldn't have told you. I saw your memories.
Wow.
Carl's house, when they left you for dead in his studio.
I saw your memories too. The Eden Club. The death of that man. I felt like I was there with you. North.
That was not what I was expecting. I'm just going to pause it for a second, just so I can say goodnight to High Dusk. High Dusk, you know a lot what's coming up, and I'm going to tell this. It's intense and cool, and I'm sad that I'm not going to see it because I need to sleep. No worries, High Dusk. Thank you for dropping by, though. Thank you for joining in. Much appreciated, and hope you get good sleep as well. And hopefully we'll speak to you soon. Thank you, High Dusk. He made it off the roof. We left him behind. Okay, I'm just going to pause again just so I can keep up with chat. You're in a whole apple. That was interesting. So North went from neutral all the way up to lover, whilst also sharing their memories as well, which was incredible. And then obviously she was overwhelmed by it all, and needed space, so off she went. But even more interesting, the ending part. Thanks for the like, that was much appreciated. The ending where the guy we left on the roof because he was shot is back in Jericho. I wasn't expecting that. Although, can he be trusted? We are now admired within Jericho.
This is suicide. We'll all be killed. Please, Marcus. It's not too late to change your mind.
You don't understand.
Simon, that's the
We're
one.
finally going to show them who we really are. This place will go down in history.
We'll be killed on the spot.
That's a risk I'm prepared to take if it means freedom for our people.
Marcus, please don't do this.
North is not keen.
They'll understand. We'll make them understand. This is the only way.
Okay, we've got to rally our people.
Here who could join us.
We've got to convert more androids.
Message.
And there is another thing to do that we don't know yet. So we're converting androids. Can I convert him?
You're free.
Another one for the cause. Prepare to march. Go to the street. Okay. I feel like we need more. I don't feel we've got enough
You're
yet.
free.
Okay, that's more. Any others? Going to the street. Androids in the ranks +2. Do I need more? I feel like I need more. There isn't actually that many more here. None of these are androids, are they? So, oh, there's an android there. Let's convert this one. This will be number 3. I still feel like there's not enough. Oh, there's another one over here as well. That's 3.
You're awake now.
Number 4. Is it enough though? Androids in ranks 4. I don't think there's any more androids here. I can see. I don't know if we can't go in shops, I'm assuming. No. So, yeah, that's definitely all the androids. So we have 4. So 4's the number. Let's head outside. We see more, we're converting more. We've got to block the road. Before we block the road, there's another one here.
You're free.
We'll make sure we got as big as army as possible. I pressed R2 thinking that would make us run, but obviously not. Got some more by the bus. No, by the truck, in fact, not the bus.
You're free now.
We need to block the road, but obviously I feel like we need an army first.
Where do you think you're going?
Okay, so I've gone to convert an android, but the guy who owns the android isn't happy. Do we intervene or do we convince? Obviously this will obviously play out, I suppose, either where it's going to be a peaceful act or something more aggressive, potentially. So do we convince the human that his AI is coming with us? Or do we intervene? I would assume intervene is the physical answer and convince is the pacifist answer, would be my guess. And it was only a matter of time until someone wasn't too happy with us converting their androids, to be fair. Maybe I went one too many. And probably should have picked the person that's in the charging station or the transport over there, instead of someone that actually had an owner with him, maybe. But what do you guys think? Should we convince or should we intervene? That's the question. We did the last protest we did in the last stream. We did it as pacifist as possible, and it went really well. Obviously, we lost a lot of people. The humans weren't as pacifist towards the AI as we were towards them. Let's put it that way. What do you guys think? Convincing as we've been pacifist before, we need to stay that way. It's not a bad shout. I like the idea. I think that's always the worry, isn't it? I think intervene sounds a physical action, whereas convince doesn't. You're going for the pacifist as well, High Dusk. So we're going to go for convince then.
You get back! Leave him alone. He's chosen to be free.
Yeah, he's backed off. Right, there's another one over here.
You're free.
Stay peaceful, not violentism. Absolutely agree with you. I do like the idea of being non-violent. I think the humans will react better.
To block the street.
Okay. I was actually going to convert them, but instead it's blocking the street for us. So they're going to block the street. I do think the humans will react better if we're non-physical. Right, we're going to open a manhole cover. Street is now blocked. Manhole cover must be the other side of the street. It's over here. Oh, more AI, hang on. I can't not convert them, they're here anyway.
You don't have to obey them.
We're going to bring as many of these with us as possible.
You're free.
Got to keep this army going. Currently have 10. Manhole cover. What is his plan? That's the curious thing. I'm not too sure what his plan actually is. And there's the rest of them coming up through the manhole. You said Mao. What did I say? Convert more androids. We need even more. Can we do it by looking at them now?
You're free now.
Is that the power we now have because of the group? Look at that. We can now march. The power we have as a group. We no longer have to touch. We can look at them and convert. $32 so far. And counting. It's only going up. $49. We're now the leader of Jericho. Oh, we said Moy, did we? I don't know why I said Moy. We are the leader of Jericho. Marching through the streets. Over 100 androids in attendance. It's an incredible sight, isn't it? But the humans aren't running. The humans aren't running, they're staying, they're looking. I want to say that's because of we've been pacifist. There's a mark that we put before. Would the humans run away if we'd been aggressive previously? Whereas they're not running. Which I can only assume is a good thing. 261.
Hey. Disperse. Disperse immediately.
Police officer though now. Right. You've got a decision to make, you guys. Hello, Sean. Good evening. How are you? So, the police officer is telling us to disperse. Yeah, not Crazy Irishman and his wife both chat through one normally, but they want to vote separately, which is all good. So I met both of them two from work. So the policeman is telling us and our 100-strong march to disperse. We have a choice. Do we carry on advancing or do we raise our hands? Now, raising your hands is normally a sign of it's not obviously dispersing, but it's a sign of being a pacifist. It is saying, look, we're unarmed, don't shoot. Whereas continuing advancing could be seen as an aggressive action. So you've got a choice, raise your hands or advance. It's all right, High Dusk. I know I've got to let other people vote as well, though. So we've got one for Raise the Hand so far from High Dusk. Raise Hands number 2, Raise Hands number 3. So we've got 3 votes for Raise Hands. So let's go for Raise Hands. As I say, Raise Hands is definitely the pacifist option. Advancing could be seen as an aggressive movement. So let's go for Raise Hands.
Jesus Christ.
That's the way to get attention, isn't it? Will he shoot, though?
Jesus fucking Christ.
Nope.
Dispatch, this is Patrol 457. I got a lot of androids down here. I don't know, hundreds,
That is
thousands.
one movement.
They're marching.
Right, I will stop and I would make a choice. So, are we going to talk about... I suppose we're chanting as we're walking and marching, I suppose. This is what I think this is for. So, we can talk about equal rights, liberty for androids, set us free, or no more slavery. Now, in our peaceful protest in the previous stream, I think we did equal rights, no more slavery. I think they were the 2 main ones we went for. But we could do something different. Depends on what you guys want. You're saying choose anything you want, High Dusk. But it's down to you guys still. So we'll 1 vote for equal rights. No more slavery. So that's 1-1. Equal rights again. 2-1 for equal rights then. If you look at them, all 4 of them make sense. For what the androids want, they all make sense. So we've got 2-1 for equal rights. So we'll do equal rights. I'm assuming there'll be a second choice afterwards. Let's have a look.
Yeah, they're marching down the street.
Okay. Now we've got 4 more choices. We are people, freedom, we are alive, or no more slavery. I know the options are very difficult to see at this point. Even if it doesn't affect anything, I'm quite happy for you guys still to pick. That's the whole point, though, is you guys still pick what you want to see. It's all down to you guys to pick, High Dusk. Even if it doesn't... I don't know it doesn't affect anything. So... Because I've never done this. So we're still going to let people choose what they want to put. So the choices are we are people, freedom, we're alive, or no more slavery. So 1 for we are alive. I'm not just going to choose anything though. I'm going to let you guys pick. That's the whole point. We've got 1 for we are alive currently. Oh yeah, no, all options could be good. I completely see that. But I'm still going to let you guys pick. Otherwise, there's no point in it if we don't, give you guys the options. So 2 for we are alive. So we'll do we are alive then.
Fuck if I know.
So we've got we are people, set us free, no more slavery, liberty for androids is the next 4. We are people, set us free, no more slavery, liberty for androids. We've done equal rights before, and we've done we are alive. No more slavery was a previous option, wasn't it? And so was liberty for androids, I think. Set us free. 1 vote for set us free then. We are people. 1 vote for set us free. 1 vote for we are people. And equal rights. Okay, so you've also... I'll have to make the choice then because you guys have all picked 1 vote each. Equal rights isn't on there, High Dusk. It's we are people, set us free, no more slavery, liberty for androids. But yeah, equal rights isn't on there. I'm going to go set us free. I'm going to side with Sean. I know. Okay, we are people. Stop changing your mind. None of those options are there. We are people's on there. So we'll do we are people then. That's 2-1. Okay, I'm going to do the set us free for Crazy Irishman next. It's the same answers coming up all the time, isn't it? No more slavery we've done before. I don't think we need to pick one. Because all it's doing is changing the chart, but not actually doing anything else. Here's the police. Police turned up. You can repeat the options, yeah, that's the way it looks. Right, what's going to happen now? We're at the right place. We haven't got any options yet.
We came here to demonstrate
But
peacefully.
it doesn't mean that everyone else wants to pick the same thing.
Living beings. All we want is to live free.
This is an illegal gathering. Disperse immediately or we will open fire.
We're not looking for confrontation. We've done no harm. We have no intention of doing any.
We haven't got any options yet, Hide Us.
But know that we are not
Thanks for the
going
like, much
anywhere
appreciated whoever that was.
until we have secured our freedom.
I repeat, this is an illegal gathering. If you do not
Down
disperse
everyone else. What
immediately, we will shoot.
Depends what everyone else picks, Hide Us.
Marcus, they're gonna kill us. We have to attack. There's more of us. We can take them.
North wants to attack.
If we attack, we'll start a war. We have to show them we're not violent. We should just stand our ground, even if it means dying here.
And dying here won't solve anything. Marcus, we need to go, now, before it's too late.
These are three options then, isn't it?
This is your last chance.
Thanks for the like, much appreciated.
Or you will all be killed.
So the three options come from three of the main leaders of Jericho. North wants us to attack. I can't remember his name, the one next to us. He wants us to stand our ground, and Simon wants us to disperse. So it's down to you. I'm guessing I already have High Dusk's vote. High Dusk is saying stand our ground. The annoying thing is we've just got on really good terms with North, and she wants us to attack. But that's generally her mentality. Stand ground as well. That's two. So two for stand ground. Everyone picks stand ground. I think we'll probably be going that way by the looks of things. Stand ground as well. Okay, so let's go for stand ground then.
We have to show them we won't back down. We stay right
Josh is now a companion. That's his name. North, we've lost a bit for North now.
Disperse. This is your last chance.
We have to
And
make
we lost a
statement.
few.
We have to stay put, no matter what.
Please, Marcus. We can't let them slaughter us without fighting back.
Okay, you got to choose again. Are we going to attack? They've just shot some of us. Are we attacking? Are we still standing our ground and siding with Josh? Or are we dispersing like Simon wants? With all that trust we've just gained with North, we've just lost a bit because we didn't attack. But the public opinion is now supportive. Hide Us gone for stand ground again. Yeah, public opinion is now supportive, so that's a good thing. I would assume if we attack or disperse, we may lose that supportive status, but I don't know. Yeah, I've got your vote, High Dusk. So do we attack as North wants us to? Do we stand our ground? Or do we disperse? Stand ground because of public opinion. Yeah, I think that's the most noticeable thing, isn't it? Is the public opinion changed dramatically from standing our ground. So let's see what happens if we stand our ground a second time. I'm really hoping none of the other people with us die. But I don't know. Let's find out.
We're not moving.
Public opinion.
Marcus, what are you doing? They're gonna kill us all.
Right. Big decision time. Charge, sacrifice, or run away. We've got a vote for sacrifice from High Dusk. But they killed more. Public opinion has grown. It's not down to me, it's down to you guys, High Dusk. I give everyone a chance to say what they want to do. So if people say otherwise, then that's what we'll go with. I'm assuming charge would be a North answer. Sacrifice is probably a Josh, and run away is Simon, I would assume. But everyone looks to be going with sacrifice. So let's have a look what sacrifice does then. Public opinion's going up.
John?
Oh wow.
They come with us.
We saved him, didn't we, previously?
Quick! They're coming!
Wow. So we'd saved John previously. Stand your ground trophy achieved. We'll have a look at the options now and see what other people did as well compared to our choices. That was interesting, to say the least. Yeah, extremely interesting, to say the least. So we tried to be as peaceful as possible. The police didn't care. They shot at us anyway, killed quite a few. North, we lost a bit of it said we lost trust on North, but according to this, we're still a lover of North. So although we lost some of that, we didn't lose a massive amount. Josh is still a companion and Simon is still a companion. Jericho now sees us as a leader, and the public opinion is now supportive, which I think is quite an important thing, the public opinion. So we reflected, there was something we didn't do before we walked to the beam. After I played piano, it made us walk to the beam. So there was something else we could have done in that area that we missed. North arrives and we have a chance to share memories, share the past, and ask North about our past, which we did. That wouldn't have changed anything by the looks of it. Reunited in Jericho. Simon survived in Public Enemy. And we didn't know he survived. We left him on the roof. We made that decision. Simon forgives Markus for leaving him there. That's an important one. And in the mall, we converted all 4 people we could convert. Then we converted the parked androids and the personal android. And we were calm with the owner. So that's an interesting one. And then we marched, we got everyone we could. We converted AX400 and more androids. Then we have the choice with the police officer. We chose to raise our hands rather than just march. Again, it didn't really affect the outcome. You'd have a stroke you read all this. This is how we do it every time, High Dusk. But yeah, we raised our hands in a peaceful way. He backed off. We got to the plaza, they blocked the march. We chose to stand our ground. So if we leave, there would have been another choice to make that we still would have got to the next one. If we had charged, it would have taken us to a whole set of different options. But we sacrificed ourselves. The police keep firing. And it takes us to John sacrificing himself. It's all right, don't worry. It's all good. John sacrificed himself to save Markus, which was incredible. I'm assuming because we didn't kill him previously or didn't rat him out or anything like that, that option may not have happened if we hadn't done what we did previously in the previous one. So I don't worry, it's all good. If we'd ran away, we could have got a different ending. In fact, there was 2 endings there, plus our one we got, plus another 4 endings possible there, depending on what we did. Charging, running away. So, how many people picked the sacrifice? This is what I'm curious. 39% of people... Sorry, let's start again. 59% of people on the first chance to stand your ground stood their ground. And then it went down to 39%. And only 31% got the ending we did. Yes, we're friends with Hank. I'm pretty sure we are friends with Hank High Dusk. But yeah, only 31% of people got the same ending we did. I'm surprised it's that low, to be fair. I suppose probably a lot of them ran away once the first shooting happened. Yeah, marginally they ran away than charged after the first shooting. So kind of makes sense in a way, to be fair. But yeah, a few other endings that could have been that we could have got there. So I can't guarantee we are. I think we are, but I don't know, High Dusk. As I say, the choices have been all you guys. So if we're not, it's everyone that's joined us' fault. I'm absolving all responsibility. Okay, so let's find out what happens next. Alright, we need to talk to Amanda. Where is she this time? She's not always in the same place. There she is. We can see her. Alright, let's speak to Amanda. She's on the pond. Connor felt a bit weird walking on the water, I think, there. Seemed a bit unsure of the ice, didn't he?
After what happened today, the country is on the verge of a civil war. The machines are rising up against their masters. Humans have no choice but to destroy them.
Okay. So we haven't unlocked an answer here. So we haven't got a choice. We have to say Kamsky. There's obviously an option we could have unlocked in previous chapters. We didn't. So that's our only choice. Amanda Howe is not alive. Amanda died, but I think Kamsky designed her. Yeah, we don't have. There's no choice anyway because we don't have the top option. So Kamsky it is.
I thought Kamsky
Easy
knew
decision.
something. I was wrong.
Maybe he did. But you chose not to ask.
Oh, Amanda's not happy. Right. 3 options to choose from. But Amanda has decreased her view of us in light of just saying Kamsky. So the other option would have given us more idea what it said. So choices are emotional, cold, or stay silent. That's the choices we have for Amanda after she told us we didn't ask the right question to Kamsky when we were there. To be fair, it was an interesting one with Kamsky. That would have been unlocked if we'd shot Chloe. Good point. Yes, possible, actually. Yeah, if we'd chosen to shoot Chloe, we could have had a different answer, maybe. Because that was it, wasn't it? We had to shoot her for him to give us information. We chose not to, so we didn't get the information, which is why she's annoyed. Because we didn't ask the question. We didn't do what he needed us to do to get the answer. So, are we going to answer her emotionally, cold, or are we going to stay silent? That's a decision. But yeah, very good point, actually. Crazy Irishman's got a vote for emotional. They're all 3 are interesting because we don't, obviously, it's a one-word answer that could play out loads of different ways in terms of what he says, does. Cold Amanda's not been truthful with us. Good shout. Very good shout. So we've got 1 for emotional and 1 for cold currently. If there's no more votes, I'll break the tie. What does anyone else think? We've got 1 vote for emotional, 1 for cold. That is if she's dead. Yeah, no, absolutely. But yeah, I can break the tie as well. So if there's no other choices, I'll break the tie. Cold or emotional? I don't know, to be fair. I suspected it early days, and now I'm not so sure, so I don't know. From what the story's told us, I've not seen clues to say she is or isn't. So I'm not 100% sure either way. Emotional shows a human side to Connor. Cold probably doesn't. So I think I'm going to go cold. I don't think she wants a human reaction, is my thinking. So let's go for cold. So I'm siding with cold, I think.
Kamsky was just playing with me. He didn't know anything.
Gained us favour. Okay, now we got 4 options, sorry. So Connor admitted Kamsky was playing with us. So we've got Kamsky, Connor series, Amanda's picture, this place. What do we think? Obviously, we've talked about Kamsky a little bit already, but maybe that's a bit more in depth. Connor series, I'm assuming is obviously we died. Memories got uploaded to a new model. Amanda's picture. Now, I'm not sure where that picture was offhand. And obviously this place is where we're standing in the middle of this lake currently. So we've got a vote for Amanda's picture. At least that might tell us a bit. Because, her picture was in Kamsky's apartment, wasn't it? I think that's where the picture was. So that would explain the picture a little bit more. Which obviously, maybe asking her the question may give us some answers to whether she is android or not, maybe. So, probably I can check on stream here and there. Need to level up Mona's stance. Nice. It's alright, Dennis, don't worry. Good evening, nice to see you though. Hope the farm is going well. So we've got one vote for Amanda's picture. If there's no other votes, that's what we're going to go for. I think it's a good shout, to be fair. I think it makes sense, doesn't it? That's the thing. Okay, so let's go for Amanda's picture then. I think it makes sense.
I saw a photo of Amanda at Kamsky's place. She was his teacher.
When Kamsky designed me, he wanted an interface that would look familiar. That's why he chose his former mentor. What are you getting at?
Okay, she's an android. So that has answered that question perfectly for us. We didn't know for definite she was, but now we know she is an android. I pressed it before you said yours, didn't I, Crazy Irishman? Well, you picked the same, so it's all good. So, next option, either Kamsky, Connor series, Cyberlife, or this place. So the Amanda picture has been replaced with Cyberlife. So it sounds like this is where we're going to get some answers. So we've got a vote for this place. Yeah, this kind of conversation seems to be... It seems like we are coming to that end point. And this is where we get some answers, finally. We know Amanda is now an android. That's definitely a plus. So one vote for this place. Kamsky, a vote for Kamsky from Crazy Irishman as well there. So that's one each, one apiece. I will break the tie if no one else wants to vote. What do we want to know more about? Kamsky or this place? We know she... So Amanda was originally his teacher before obviously she was programmed into an android, or an android was programmed to look the same. Tip for easy farm, lower level of world when you're done, put world level back up. I don't farm. So I don't do that, Dennis. But no, good tip though. I want to know more about this place. I want to know what this place actually is. So I'm going to break the tie with this place.
Did Kamsky design this place?
He created the first version. It's been improved significantly since then. Why do you ask?
Okay. So, Kamsky designed this place. He designed the first version. It's been improved since. So now we have another 4 options. The Connor series, Cyberlife, Secret, or Kamsky. Kamsky and Connor series has been there the whole way through this. Cyberlife and Secret have joined the party after other options disappeared. So we've got a vote for Secret. It's an interesting one, isn't it? I don't think knowing about Connor and the Connor series matters, does it really? In my opinion. Cyberlife would be nice to have a bit more information maybe. Secret though, it's like that big button that has a little sign saying, do not press this button. It's there, isn't it? I don't know how many times we're going to get these options. So we've got one for Secret, one for Kamsky. Again though, more information on Kamsky would be helpful. If there's no other votes, I'll break the tie again. I think we'll go Kamsky this time. Mainly because it's been on there the whole time. And I kind of want to know more about the guy that not only designed this place, but designed Amanda. And others, Chloe and things like that. So we'll go for Kamsky this time.
Why did Kamsky leave Cyberlife? What happened?
I expect you to find answers, Connor.
I lost some opinion of Amanda there.
Have you experienced anything unusual recently? Any doubts or conflicts?
We've had a few.
Do you feel anything for these deviants?
Test.
Or for Lieutenant Anderson?
Okay. We didn't get to find out the secret. The Kamsky answer was a bad answer by the looks of things. She's asking us, have we felt anything? Are we feeling anything for the deviants? Are we feeling anything for Hank? Do we answer truthfully with yes? Do we lie and say no? Or do we say we're having doubts? It's going to be a tough choice. I'm kind of wishing I'd agreed with Secret and split the vote that way, but what's done is done. Crazy Irishman is voting for no. We're going to lie to Amanda. Anyone else want to vote? It's an interesting one. We don't know. Can we trust Amanda? That's the question. You know, if we tell her yes, we think we're going deviant. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? But then lying about it's a good and a bad at the same time. Doubts is probably the honest answer, really, isn't it? To be fair. Because Connor, I don't think, realises really what's going on with himself. Doubts could be the honest answer. More than yes and no. So we've got one vote for no, one vote for doubts. If there's no other votes, then I've got to break the cycle. The cycle? The tie. See, I normally would say always be honest. But I don't think yes is an honest answer. And obviously no, I think, is lying. A little bit. I see new people. Hi guys, we got. Cool, if you like what you see, tell your friend, brother, enemy. We can't trust her, so we shouldn't tell her the truth or an outright lie. It's a good shout, to be fair. That is a very good shout. Yeah, that's why I'm breaking the tie by the looks of it. We should be ambiguous, yeah. I'm breaking the tie, and I agree. Actually, I think we should go for doubts. We're not lying. We're being honest. So I'm going to break the tie, and we're going to go for doubts.
I'm beginning to have thoughts that are not part of my program. Maybe.
Wow. Amanda's trust went massively down.
Too.
Was that the bad answer?
You're off the case. The FBI is taking over.
What? But we're onto something. We just need more time, I'm sure we
Hank, you don't get it. This isn't just another investigation. It's a fucking civil war. It's out of our hands now. We're talking about national security here.
Fuck that. You can't just pull the plug now, not when we're so close.
You're always saying you can't stand androids. Jesus, Hank, make up your mind. I thought you'd be happy about this.
We're about to crack the case. I know we can solve it. For God's sake, Jeffrey, can't you back me up this one time?
There's nothing I can do. You're back on homicide, and the android returns to cyberlife. I'm sorry, Hank, but it's over.
Hank is a friend, and the path has now been unlocked because of that. So we need to talk to Hank. Okay. Interesting. So the Amanda conversation didn't go well, by the looks of things. Is there anything else to do in here before we talk to Hank? Just curious if there's anything else. There possibly isn't, by the looks of things. It's really that big yellow thing that seems weird sat there. Oh, they're crime scene numbers, aren't they? Right, we're going to go and speak to Hank. But yeah, the conversation with Amanda did not go well, did it? Okay. More choices for you guys. So, Hank, obviously we are friends with Hank. So hopefully that should help us. So our choices are frustrated, more time, explain, or no choice. I'm assuming frustrated is show frustration at being the case being given to the FBI and us being taken off it. More time, we need more time. I'm not sure what explain could be. And no choice, agreeing with them, I suppose, would be no choice. What do you guys think? I'm surprised how badly Amanda took that, to be fair, being honest with her to the best of our ability and saying, we're not sure what's going on with us. Didn't really turn out good. Maybe lying was the better choice. So we've got one vote for frustrated. Two votes for frustrated then. It shares. Good evening, Goated. How are you? So we've got two votes for frustrated. So let's have a look at frustrated. Let's see what Hank says.
We can't just give up like that. I know we could have solved this case.
So you're going back to Cyberlife?
It shows Hank's thoughts. Good point.
I have no choice. I'll be deactivated and analyzed to find out why I failed.
What if we're on the wrong side, Connor? What if we're fighting against people who just want to be free?
Wow, okay. I would never expect Hank to say that. Hank is questioning, are we on the wrong side? Are we fighting against people that just want to be free? That is a big leap from Hank, although we have made good progress with him over time. We've saved his life a good few times, to be fair. So the choices are not people, defective, regrets, or no doubt. So, not people, that's Connor's way of saying they're androids, they're not people. Defective, I suppose, is just saying to Hank, no, they're broken, that's the problem. Not sure regrets, what that could be. Or no doubt, is that us agreeing with Hank and saying, well, actually, I think we are on the wrong side, maybe. Not sure. So the choices are not people, defective, regrets, or no doubt. So I think that's a difficult one. I would say the top two answers are staying with the human side of things, in the human view, I suppose, of the androids, and possibly regrets and no doubt on the android view. That's only my take on it, to be fair. So we've got to vote for no doubt. Straight in there with, of course, on the wrong side. Doesn't mean that's how he's going to say it, to be fair. It may sound that way, doesn't mean that's how it's said, though. So 1 vote for no doubt, 2 votes for no doubt. If there's no more others, we'll go for no doubt then. I wonder if I'm right. I wonder if the bottom 2 are the android way of looking at things, possibly. So let's go for no doubt then. I did say good evening, Gota, but I'm not sure if you heard me or not, but just wanted to make sure you don't think I missed you. But good evening, how are you?
I know we're on the
We
right
lost
side.
opinion.
Humans created us. They're our masters. No machine should rebel against its creator.
Oh, wow.
When you refused to kill that android at Kamsky's place, you put yourself in her shoes.
That was a bad answer.
Empathy's a human emotion.
Okay. So no doubt wasn't what we thought. No doubt we're on the right side. So it was countering Hank's argument by telling Hank he was wrong, which is why we lost a little bit of Hank friendship level there. So he's now questioning us based on our decision to do Chloe and not killing her and showing empathy. So now we've got some choices. So not deviant, determined, troubled, or cold. And we've already got a vote for troubled already. So I'm assuming not deviant is him saying, I'm not deviant, there's nothing wrong with me. Determined, I'm not sure. Troubled, is that being honest and saying we've got a few issues? And being cold with Hank is probably, of course not, kind of thing. You know, being cold. I can't really explain cold very well. Definitely not shivering. But yeah, troubles, we've got 1 vote for troubled. I suppose not deviant is him trying to convince himself in some ways. I'm not sure what determined could be. Troubled seems to be the honest answer to a degree, but again, no doubt sounded a good answer, and it turned out to be a bad answer. So, just the answers don't always show what they could go on to do, if that makes sense. So we got 1 vote for troubled. If there's no other votes, that's what we're going for. Troubled as well, so 2 for troubled. So let's look at troubled. Hopefully this is better than the no doubt option.
I don't know why I did it.
Okay, next options. So it didn't annoy Hank anymore, as software instability went up though. So I know, are we going to be sincere, friends, good officer, or Hank's secret? So I'm assuming this is how we're about to treat Hank. Be sincere towards him. We could be friends with him or talk about our friendship possibly. Tell him he's a good officer. Is my assumption of what that one is. Hank's secret. He's got several, to be fair. From the time we've known him. He's probably got a lot more skeletons in the closet than we actually know about, to be honest. Hank's secret. Could it be But it wasn't even a suicide attempt, but it was gun in his hand, drunk on the floor, possibly. We got a vote for Sincere so far. So 1 vote for Sincere. So the choice of Sincere, Friends, Good Officer, or Hank Secret. Again, some of the answers don't always show exactly how they're going to be portrayed in when you say them. So it's a weird one, isn't it? Let's not discuss Hank's Secret. That's a good shout, actually. Do we want to remind Hank of what he was doing that night? Probably not a good decision, is it? Sincere as well. Hank's Secret could be troubled. Yeah, I think Hank's Secret is a way to really annoy him more than anything else. So we've got 2 votes for Sincere. So let's go for Sincere.
I know it hasn't always been easy, but I want you to know I really appreciated working with you.
Hank's opinion has gone up.
Social relations program talking. I really mean that. At least, I think I do.
Connor's doubting himself.
Here comes Perkins, that motherfucker. Sure don't waste any time at the FBI.
We can't give up. I know the answers and the evidence we collected. If Perkins takes it, it's all over.
There's no choice. You heard Fowler. We're off the case.
You've got to help me, Lieutenant. I need more time so I can find a lead in the evidence we collected. I know the solution is in there.
Listen, Connor...
If I don't solve this case, CyberLife will destroy me. 5 minutes. That's all I ask.
Hank's gonna help.
Key to the basement is on my desk. Get a move on. I can't distract him forever.
Got another path unlocked with Hank. We're gonna take the key. We've got 5 minutes. Contact counter. You're good. You just watched half of the movie Transformers: Age of Extinction. Oh wow, nice. Trying to invest in an Oculus Quest 2, but I've conversation with Mum. What comes up with Cybertronium metal that's made out of. That sounds like one hell of a conversation, Goated. Right, we're going to get the key. And then we've got to head down to the basement. Hurry to the archive room. Where is the archive room is the question. Archive room, just there. Has he just started a fight with him? I think he has, hasn't he? He has just started a fight with Perkins to allow us time into this room.
Hey, Connor. I'm talking to you, asshole. Where are you going?
Okay. Another officer's talking to us. The choice is answer him or just leave. That's our choice. Answer or leave. Does leave, though, mean we're going to walk out of the archives? That's the question. I don't know what answer is going to give us. But that's the choice. So answer or leave is the next choice. Have something to whatever you think we like a speaker. Oh, yeah, no. I like the film. The film was pretty good, to be fair. Answer. 1 vote for answer them. Any other votes before we do it? My straight away I'm thinking leave means we give up with the archives, and that's a really bad decision. But might not mean that. It might just mean we go through the door. Ignore him. Answers we don't want to leave. That's kind of what I'm thinking. It may not be though. It could be we just walk in and don't worry about him. It's unlikely though, isn't it? So 2 votes to answer, so we'll go over answer them.
Wouldn't any plastic pricks around here, or did anybody tell you?
Okay. 3 choices this time. Do we want to be ironic, low profile, or calm? We can't just hit him, annoyingly. He did say that, there's no more plastic people around here. So, I don't know what a good answer would be, to be fair. But the choices are ironic, low profile, or calm. If Connor's smart enough, he'll come up with a good response. It wasn't a good response, though, was it really? He just stood there and didn't say a word. So, low profile seems to be the way to go. Let's look more into Assassin's Creed history and Assassin's protagonist. It's history, Altair had a sad life. The assassin turned him after he killed the black-hooded mentor. The black-hooded mentor, dude. I like the description. It's the history of Assassin's Creed is quite complicated. But yeah, Altair, he didn't have a good life. quite a lot of it, to be fair. Right, 2 votes for low profile, so let's have a look at that one. And we are on a timer as well here.
I've been ordered to return to Cyberlife. I'm going to register the evidence in my possession, and then I'm going to leave immediately.
Good. Be careful on your way back. Androids have a tendency of getting themselves set on fire these days.
I think there's a bit of a threat there. But it works. Low profile was definitely the way forward there by the looks of things. We're in. Don't go out. Go back down the stairs. Someone of them dead. And the apple. But that science when Altair got mad. And over his wife or got killed in the process because of his actions. I don't remember that, to be fair. Obviously I know about the apple. The apple corrupts people though as well. That's the thing, isn't it? Okay. We've obviously got to look for evidence in here. Use our key. We're in. Okay. Let's see what evidence we can find.
Hank's password.
Oh great, that's helpful.
What would a hard-boiled eccentric police lieutenant choose?
What would a hard-boiled police lieutenant? Okay, you have got 4 options for the password. Date of birth, 123456. Effing password, Hank Anderson. What do you think Hank's password is? All of the above would be my answer at this point, because he could be any of them. He's the kind of person, I don't think he'd use his date of birth. It's either going to be, my guess would be 3 of the 4. The 123456. Effing password or Hank Anderson. I don't think he'd use his name, to be fair. I think I don't know. I'm curious to what the actual answer is, to be fair. Then he died. 1982 in library, no books or wisdom. Sacrificed himself to hide the apple away. Well, that's what a lot of the older assassins did, though. They sacrificed themselves to make sure no one got their hands on these precursor artifacts. That was their be-all and end-all, wasn't it? To make sure they didn't fall into Templars or anyone else's hands, for that matter. So what do we think the password for Hank is? Date of birth, 123456. Effing password or Hank Anderson. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it could be. Obviously, if there's no votes, I'll pick an answer. But yeah, I think if I have to pick, I would probably go for effing password. Just because I think that's something he would do. But then so could be 123456. So I don't know. But yeah, it doesn't look like there's any votes, so I'm going effing password. Just because I'm curious. And it was right. Wow.
Obviously.
Obviously. This is all the evidence we've collected so far.
Where is Jericho?
4.5 minutes remaining. And we've got to find Jericho.
Not much time. The Deviant took a child hostage.
4717G needed for reactivation. Okay.
The 2 Tracies from Eden Club. Were they headed to Jericho? Did they know how to get there?
Were they headed for Jericho? What does 6755 needed? Okay, so we have to swap components around, I think, aren't we? He needs a 4717, she hasn't got that. 6755, he hasn't got any of those. Got 4 minutes remaining. Let's quickly go and examine this. Hang on. But virtual reality is so advanced. Whereas you see infrared that you'll see one day. With half meat suit and some type of unique animal. I don't think they'll ever go that far. Virtual reality is all well and good. I think the biggest issue is a lot of people's eyes and brains can't cope with it and deal with it correctly. My eyes do not like virtual reality. I struggle a lot when I've tried it. I just don't. My eyes don't like it. But then I've got issues with my eyes anyway. And And also, I think it's not functional to the degree it needs to be to really hit the mainstream. And have 6-foot robots and alien technology that are going to be on Earth. I don't think that's ever going to happen. Definitely not in my lifetime, I wouldn't have said. To be fair, Goated. Statuette. Doesn't it give us anything? No, nothing there. Okay, what else? And we are on a timer here. This was the guy we stopped blowing himself up. We talked to him. The truth is inside.
The truth is inside.
Okay, it's inside. So I'm assuming it's in one of the androids that's here.
We ask that you recognize our dignity, our hopes, and our rights. Together, we can live in peace and build a better future for humans and
Transformer made out of.
This message is the hope of a people.
Yeah, no, I can see that. Yeah, I know what you mean now, Goat. Yeah,
now the time
possibly.
has come for you to give us freedom.
Markus, where are you hiding?
Okay, so obviously I think in one of the androids is the clue we need. Oh, the Deviant leader speech has now been unlocked. The truth is inside has now been unlocked. I don't think there's anything else here. No, so it's back out. We are going to run out of time if we're not careful. Can I see your comments? No. I can't see your comments. We had this the other day. Someone said they were commenting and they think it was just held as spam instead. Your last comment, Crazy Irishman, I can see, was low profile, was your last comment that I saw. Yeah, low profile was the last comment I saw of yours, Crazy Irishman. Oh, you can see him now. Okay. Head, what you think? You don't think? But what about all the stuff you see on TV and people say artificial intelligence is way beyond us and smarter than us? But Mum says it's not that smart. Away over their head. So, with technology-wise, thank you for the like. That was much appreciated. Technology-wise, we've advanced a lot in a very short space of time, but there's actually a slowdown going on now. During the 90s, early 2000s, the growth of technology was amazing, but it's massively slowed down. So I'd say because of that, we're probably a long way off being at that kind of stage, to be fair. Artificial intelligence is definitely nowhere near above us or smarter than us anytime yet. I think it's too far back just yet to be that good. Thank you for the like, it was much appreciated. But I think in time, possibly, but the laws will change before that happens, because obviously things are done before we know about them. And they'd need to change the laws to allow it to happen. Okay, analysing biocomponents, impossible reactivation, so we need some of our parts. I think it's YouTube and some words being said. Oh, okay. Okay, we've still got 4 minutes. Hang on, what do we need for her? 67.55 and a 47.17. 67.55. Yes, right. We've got one part for her here. We need the 67.55 there. Yeah, it must be weird that someone didn't turn up. Yeah, game's going good. My day wasn't too bad. My foot's been playing up really badly today. More than normal. Just weird sensations as it does all the time, to be fair. But today's one was just particularly nasty. And it's been like it all day, still going now. It's like someone sticking a knife in the top of my foot.
Tracy.
Over and over again.
Where's Tracy?
Other than that, I'm okay. Thanks for asking. Okay, so we've reactivated one of the traces from the nightclub. Are we direct with her? Do we ask her for help, or do we make her a deal? That's the question we have to answer. Direct, help, or deal? The help actually might not be us asking for a help. It could be helping her, possibly. She's got a lot of damaged parts, though, so I don't know. Direct and deal. I suppose it can go either way. 2 votes for help. Also, funny story. Actually, thought Transformers this, but after I looked on the scenes online, I found that it was cars on set. Oh yeah, it's just a yellow Camaro. Yeah, yeah. We won't have long. No. Okay, we're gonna go for help.
You have to help me. I can stop a disaster, but you have to tell me where Jericho is.
I remember you.
She's not going to help us.
We could have escaped. Been free. But you killed us.
Oh, just CGI. Yeah, a lot of it's CGI. Yeah, she's not helping us.
I'd rather be dead than live without her.
So that wasn't the one that was going to help us. That try to trick her. We can't. Okay. We need this one. Impossible reactivation again. 4717G. We need that. That's for the first one who took the child hostage at the start. We could trick her though. That's the other thing we can do. But that good, you're enjoying the game. Wedding was okay, thank you. I took it massively out of me and I had to really push myself through it.
I trusted you and you lied to me.
Right, we've got a choice to make again. We can explain, lie, or be direct. We don't stream on Sundays, to be fair. The channel schedule comes out tomorrow, always on a Sunday. But we don't stream on a Sunday. Stray, our episodes of Stray are starting on Monday morning. As there's no morning streams next week. But yeah, other than that, I'm okay. I've been suffering yesterday and today because of the wedding, but I had to do it. It's, my other half's brother. Couldn't not go. We've got 2 votes to explain. Let's see if we can get him to explain to us.
We're going to kill that
or we're going to explain to him what happened.
Give me no choice. I need to find Jericho. Do you know where it is?
You're wasting your time. I don't know anything about Jericho.
He was maybe too early.
You pay for what you did to me.
I'll turn him off. I think he was possibly too early for Jericho, wasn't he? Right, how long have we got left? We can try and trick Tracy. There's one here.
One of the Deviants that hacked the TV station was Markus. It must have known where the Deviants are hiding.
You would have thought it did. Can we reactivate? Needs a 3983V. 39. Okay, we need a 39. So a fragile neck. We can rip the head off. I don't want to rip the head off. Right. I don't know how long we've got left either. 3983V. This is one of the guys who was up with Markus at the TV station. So hopefully this works, and hopefully they've got some information, because it hasn't been going well so far. You missed it. I was on YouTube for a whole day because of son's work. Oh, it's my first episode of Stray doesn't come out until Monday morning. But if you go on YouTube, it's everywhere.
Where?
Oh, he's blind. Right. We can meet. So this android is blind. We can either be direct, we can ask for help, or we can try and trick him. If this doesn't work and we don't get Jericho, we're gonna have to try and trick the Tracy, I think, which means ripping off the other one's head. I know, it sounds really bad, but I don't think we're gonna have much choice. We've got 1 vote for help. But yeah, Stray, I didn't know Stray would be such a big game on YouTube. My plan was to play it, record it, episodes, no rush, and YouTube went mad. Everyone was doing it. Every man and his dog, which was incredible. But I delayed mine, 1, because we were scheduled to keep to, but 2, I don't want to follow trends. I'm kind of letting everyone else have all the views, and I just want to do my episodes because, that's the bit I enjoy doing, is making them. Right, we got 1 for help, trick him, as we have no other choice. So we got 1 vote for help, 1 vote for trick him. I don't know. It looks like if no one else wants to vote, that means I'm breaking the tie. I kind of want to be pleasant. I don't really want to trick people if we don't have to. So he might give us information if we trick him. I don't know if tricking him is the right thing to do. He's blind. How can you trick someone who's blind, to be fair? I'm assuming the ripping the head off the other one was because she can see. I don't know how you trick him if he's blind, though. That's the thing. I think I'm going to go for... if I'm breaking the tie, I'm going for help. I think help might be the better option. Let's have a look. I could be completely wrong on this.
reactivated you so you could help me. I must find Jericho.
I don't recognize your voice. You're not one of us.
Okay.
I'll never tell you where Jericho is. Now leave me alone.
Well, that didn't work. Try to trick him. Yeah. How are we tricking him? That's the question. My only option really is rip the head off, I suppose. That's all we've got left is rip the head off. So that's what we're doing. We're kind of out of options. I think, Crazy Irishman, you were probably right there with trick. Can we trick him? Not that way, it doesn't seem. Okay. We're going to try and trick her. Bit of a creepy scene.
Tell me where Jericho is. Give me your hand.
We've got Jericho.
What's happening?
The trick worked. It definitely wasn't the nicest trick to play, but it worked. We have the location of Jericho.
Looks like someone's been snooping around.
Oh, shit. Get the alarm. Now!
Trophy achieved, Bloodhound. Wow, I didn't think that would give us the answer that easily, to be fair, for tricking her. I think not tricking the other guy went against us. I think we possibly could have done the other guy, couldn't we? I think first. We could have tricked him. So it's a bit weird. Yeah, I definitely made a bad decision there. My breaking the tie, at least, was probably a bad choice. Have you seen a movie called Chappie? It takes place like... No, I've not heard of Chappie. Humanoid soldier and druid, and they can hold guns, take bullet. Yeah, I've not heard of... I don't remember hearing of Chappie. Yeah, I don't recognise the name, to be fair, Goat. Hank is still our friend. Amanda is trusted. As software instability, we still know. Public opinion is supportive. So, we spoke to Amanda. There was two other things we could have done there, which we didn't do. Back in the police station, Fowler and Hank argue. Jericho's location unknown. There is a different option there that would have taken us to a different ending, interestingly. Sufficient evidence. Hank goes to his desk, talk to Hank. Perkins arrived. If we had done a different thing to sufficient evidence, that's a completely different ending as well there. Perkins arrived. Hank wants to help us because we're friends with him, I think. That's what gave us that advantage. Otherwise, it could have gone bad and we could have a different ending. Hank punches Perkins. And that created a diversion. We took the key. We answered calmly. And Gavin was convinced. So obviously, there was another way of doing that if we'd ignored him, left maybe. I went to the basement evidence room. And then we unlocked the evidence. Now, this is where the choices really take a turn. Body of Carlos. We unlocked that Carlos body because he had died in previous scenes. There's one option there missing because obviously we didn't do it. This memory was we used a friendly approach in the interrogation. Daniel's body killed in the Eden Club. The blue-haired Tracy and brown-haired Tracy. Marcus' broadcast we listened to. And Stratford Android's body was killed in Public Enemy. There was something else we could have done with a completely different ending. So I'm assuming if you didn't do half of these things, you would have got this different ending, maybe, in previous episodes, and you would have been there. We did quite a few different choices. We got Daniel reactivated, didn't give us any information. We then also tried, we reactivated Deviant, didn't get anywhere with him because we didn't trick him in the end, the blind one. And then Tracy was the one who helped us by tricking her. And we located Jericho. And then Connor eluded Perkins. The ending we got, Connor got away. But the other option would have sent us to potentially 2 different endings. And 28% of people... Oh, well, actually, 90% of people located Jericho. And of that 90%, only 28 eluded Perkins the way we did. That's quite low, to be fair. So the dude that made the police androids is an event today, recovery and upload stuff. Take it over and learn and stuff. That's what gang. Oh wow, sounds interesting. But yeah, I've never heard of it before. To be fair, Garrett. Yeah, we possibly could have got the information from the bottom guy, if we'd tricked him like Crazy Irishman suggested. But I had to break the tie and went with a different answer. Right, we've got half an hour left. Let's have a look at what the next story is. And now we are back with Kara. Alice is trusted. Luther's trusted. Look out the window.
They've been conducting raids all over the city.
Wow.
Everybody's on edge after what happened yesterday. It's gonna be all right.
I wonder they're trying to get away. The shooting unarmed androids. The music on.
With all androids being turned over to the authorities, the country is grinding to a halt. Hospitals and schools are closing.
The thing is, if we run out of time on that's a good shout. I forgot about running out of time. To be fair, Crazy Option. That's a good point. It could be what happened. They ran out of time. The wedding was there. Food and nice scenery.
How about some music instead?
Rose didn't want to listen to the news there. Then, by the sounds of it, yeah, food was really nice, and it was a really nice place where they had it. We didn't see sunset because obviously sunset's quite late in the evening for us now, and I couldn't last that long. But yeah, it was really nice. A lot of the family and stuff I've not seen since the accident because I've not been able to travel that far. I still can't. So the wedding was actually quite close to us, so that helped. Otherwise, I would never have been able to go. While we're out of the car at some warehouse.
Further on that way, there's a large freighter called Jericho. When you get there, find Markus. He will help you. The last bus for the border leaves at midnight. You absolutely have to be on it. You'll be safer on the other side.
Wow.
It's not much, but it's a start.
She's taking us to Jericho.
My brother lives in Ontario. I've given you his address. He'll be able to hide you until things calm down. You're a very brave little girl, Alice. You deserve to be happy.
Thank you for everything, Rose.
Let me know when you make it over there, all right? And be careful. Take care of them.
Come on, girls. You better not hang around. We have a bus to catch.
We do have a bus to catch. Yeah, I wasn't expecting them to be dropped off where Jericho is, to be fair. Alright, let's follow Luther then. I think he knows the way. Hope you took a plane over as if you had to travel to it. No, we had to, my other half drove there. We couldn't fly there. My other half had to drive. So it was about 20 minutes down the road, so it wasn't too bad. Oh yeah, no, petrol's expensive. Yeah, the petrol's expensive here as well. Wow. Are we all going to find Jericho at the same time? Kind of feels like we're all about to find Jericho at the same time, and Connor knows us. That's the thing. But yeah, it feels like all going to get to the same place at the exact same time. Who are these people though? Oh yeah, no, definitely helped. Not having to go far.
The authorities have ordered all androids to be delivered to the nearest police station or army barracks immediately. If you are worried about your safety, dial the number on your screen and the authorities will come to collect your android. Under no circumstances.
All converging the same place at the same time. It does, doesn't it?
They are unpredictable and potentially.
We've got to find a warm place for Alice.
The androids weren't doing any harm.
They're conducting raids across the city.
I need to find a warm place. I need a fire of some sort, I think.
I know they're only machines, but they look like just people who want to be free.
Can't see. Oh, fire. Here we go. Yeah, sit. Come over here, Alice. Sit.
How do you feel?
I'm hot and cold at the same time.
So she's still ill. It was like a conversion in one place in the final leg, maybe. Something's going on, isn't it?
The last bus is in 2 hours, and the terminal's on the other side of town. We haven't got much time.
We'll leave as soon as we have passports.
Carol, there's something I have to tell you. It's about Alice.
We'll have lots of time to talk on the bus. I'll be back.
Luther's been trying to tell us something about Alice for ages now, and he's not allowed in that option. So there's obviously something important to tell us, but we keep trying to avoid that conversation. Look who it is as well. He's made it into Jericho. We've got to find the Deviant leader. Don't catch anyone's attention. Okay. So how we not attract?
Have ordered all androids to be delivered to the nearest police station or army barracks immediately. If you are worried about your safety, dial the number on your screen and the authorities will come to collect your android. Under no circumstances should you try.
Okay, where is Markus?
You're lost. You're looking for something. You're looking for yourself.
Wow. Thank you for the like, it was much appreciated. Okay, we're back to being Kara again. And she's looking for Markus as well. They're all going to find each other at the same time, I think, aren't they? And there he is.
Are you Markus? I'm with a little girl and another android. There's a bus leaving for the border in less than 2 hours, and we need passports.
No, Detroit's under curfew. There's soldiers everywhere. They're rounding up all the androids and sending them to camps. Maybe you should stay here a while.
Maybe you're right. You might be safer here until things calm down.
One of our people used to work in the State Department. He has electronic passports he can easily modify. I'll have him get them to you.
Thank you.
You said you're with a little girl, right? You know that humans hate us. Why are you protecting her?
Right, we have a choice to make. Markus has asked Kara why she's protecting a little girl when humans hate us, hate the androids. So, is their answer Bond, no difference, or secret? I'm assuming Bond is because of the bond she has. Good evening, RK. How are you? No difference. There's no difference between them and us, maybe. I'm sure what secret is. Good evening, RK. Good to see you. We've got 3 votes of Bond, so let's try Bond then and see what Markus says to that option.
She needs me. then I need her. It's as simple as that.
A new stage has been reached, demonstrating beyond all doubt that these defective machines have become a real danger.
Okay, where are we heading with her now?
The time has come for us to destroy.
We found Markus. Kara doesn't know Alice's secret. No, she doesn't, does she? Because we keep stopping Luther from telling us. Not without by our choice. It just that's what happens. What? Luther's been trying to tell us there's an option to find out. Wow.
You knew from the beginning. You just didn't want to see it. She wanted a mom, and you wanted someone to care for. You needed each other.
I did not see that coming.
What difference does it make? Do you love her any less now that you know she's one of us? Alice loves you, Kara.
I don't know if I was just being slow with that whole thing. I didn't notice that in the slightest.
She became the little girl you wanted, and you became the mother she needed. Forgetting who you are.
Remember the girl at the beginning held hostage? Is it really the same actor? Oh wow! I didn't know that either. Right, let's talk. Yeah, I didn't spot it's the same actor.
Kara, is there something wrong?
Okay, we can choose to hug Alice or we can be distant with her. So obviously we now know the truth. We know Alice's secret. Are we going to hug her and still have that bond, or are we going to be distant with her because we now know the truth? That's the question. We've got one vote for hug. One wants to choose distant. Once we finish the actual thing, we can see how many people voted for it, to be fair. Yeah, I did not see that coming. I don't know why I didn't even think about it. I didn't question any of that at all. As nothing should change. Yeah, I completely agree. So we're going for hug then. That's what you guys all picked. Yeah, I don't know who would pick this. That's a good shout. Right, hug it is.
We'll be together forever, won't we, Kara?
Yes.
Wouldn't really say it's a hug, to be fair. Alice is now family.
Forever.
And Luther is now family as well. You had your suspicion Alice was an android. Really? I didn't even have a single suspicion. Now, if Alice was a demon child, then maybe there is that. Yeah, I didn't have a single suspicion.
We're short on blue blood and biocomponents. Our wounded are shutting down, and there's nothing we can do.
President Warren is saying we're a threat to national security and we need to be exterminated.
Humans are conducting raids in all the big cities, and they're taking androids to camps to destroy them.
It's a disaster. They're slaughtering our people.
It's all our fault. None of this would have happened if we just stayed quiet.
Okay, how do we answer this? So, things aren't going as planned. They're rounding up androids, destroying them in camps. Josh is telling us it wouldn't have happened if we'd stayed quiet. How are we going to answer this? Are we going to be aggressive, determined, righteous, or somber? We have lost a lot of androids. Obviously, they're killing androids everywhere, as we've seen. So how do we think Markus should respond? Should it be an aggressive answer, determined, righteous, or somber? She never ate anything that she was offered or served. That was the biggest clue, at least to me, although that could have also meant she was anorexic. Yeah. But then she never asked for food or anything like that at any point, or anything to drink. So I just kind of assumed, she was always kind of ill, wasn't she? So I just kind of didn't think nothing of it. But no, I didn't even spot it. We got righteous times 3, so we'll go for righteous then and see how that affects what he says next.
We couldn't just suffer in silence. They're killing us. Nothing is going to justify that.
What's the point of being free if no one is left alive?
He's got a point. So, another load of choices. So, what is the point of being free if no one is left alive? It's a very good point. So do we answer him with an angry answer, a bitter answer, remorse, or no regrets? Now that's a tough call, I think. Because angry, you know, who we're getting angry at. There's a little bit room for movement with that, as we found with some of these answers previously. We've got 2 votes for remorse currently. Bitter, again, it could be taken either way. Remorse, yeah, I can see that. No regrets. They're all kind of there, but there's too wide a margin of what they could mean. So more remorse, perfect. So we're going to go for remorse and see what that changes with the conversation.
Maybe my judgment was clouded by anger. But everything that I did was for our people.
We shouldn't forget who our enemies are. We can't fight amongst ourselves.
He's right. All that matters now is what we do next. Markus?
Okay. This sounds like it's going to be a big choice next. So it doesn't matter what's happened. It's now about what we do next. We need to keep the peace. So yeah, it's about what we do next. And we can have a confrontation, dialogue, or stay hiding. Now, confrontation is probably the physical kind of answer, isn't it? Dialogue, it sounds like to be is a peaceful answer. And stay hiding kind of goes against what North just said. What's the point of being free? Because if you're just going to hide, what is the point? So dialogue, or fix the ship and sail away. It's a good point. Let's just fix the ship up, find an island, off we go. We'll live happily ever after on a deserted island somewhere. Yeah, I can see that. Dialogue is what we're going for by the votes then. Let's have a look at dialogue.
Dialogue is the only way.
North has gone down again.
I will go
Josh
alone.
has gone up.
Try to talk to them one last time.
Don't do this, Markus. They'll kill you.
North wants a confrontational every time. She wants to fight physically.
I have to try. If I don't come back, lay low as long as you can.
Just come back.
I'm hoping we've still got lover status with North.
Find the right words, and they'll listen.
But she doesn't. She dislikes everything we do to try and be a pacifist. All she wants is aggressiveness from us. Right, another choice. 4 answers. Sad, angry, thoughtful, or bitter. Sad, angry, thoughtful, or bitter. North's a very interesting character, though. You know, we exchanged memories. We got really close to her, and then everything we do that isn't an aggressive action, she then dislikes. It's very complicated. So we've got first vote for thoughtful. It's an interesting one, isn't it? How does he go from this? Sad doesn't really work. Angry, possibly. I can understand that. With thoughtful again, makes sense. Bitter, again, I don't know if that actually makes sense, to be fair. We got votes for thoughtful. So let's go thoughtful. I think I've said it enough times now. Thoughtful it is.
They've been butchering each other for centuries over the color of their skin or whatever god they wanted to worship. They're not gonna change. Violence is just in their genes.
They can't stop what we've started. Since you've been here, you've given us hope. You've given me hope. Today, a Deviant arrived in Jericho and he told me that he stole a truck transporting radioactive cobalt. He said that he abandoned the truck somewhere in Detroit and rigged it to explode. I convinced him not to do it, to give me the detonator.
A dirty ball.
We can't lose this war, Marcus.
Wow.
If humans overcome us, our people will disappear forever. This may be our only chance to survive if things go wrong.
Okay. Big decision for you guys. Dirty. Do we keep the bomb or do we refuse the detonator? That's a big decision. A dirty bomb. That is horrendous. But see, the thing is, the androids have been persecuted for so long, and now they're awoken to it. You can understand them finding ways to fight back. And North did well just to actually, talk him out of it, and to give her the detonator. For you, so one vote for refuse. For you, RK, for me, I'd keep it. I don't trust North that much. Do you not trust North? We're currently, Lover, is status currently with North. How are supposed to get equal rights if all the humans are dead? See, that's kind of my thinking as well. We've been pacifist all the way through as much as possible with Markus and what he's been doing. And a dirty bomb? Is that really the way we want to be? Admittedly, taking the detonator doesn't mean we let it off, I'm assuming. But it's there as a guarantee, possibly. Since when did androids become terrorists? That's a good point, though, John. It's a very good point. Yeah. Love doesn't snuff deep root hate in someone else. At least not right. It takes time. No, I get that. I do understand that. Keep it so North does not have control. Okay. So, adding up the votes, we've got 2 for keep and 1 for refuse. As I say, I'm hoping keeping doesn't mean we let it off. We've got 2 for keep, 1 for refuse. If no one's going to change, we're going for keep. And as I say, I'm just hoping we don't set off. I'm hoping we put it in our pocket and it's there if we get in trouble. Hopefully we never have to use it. But currently, it's 2 votes to 1 for keeping the detonator. You still think we'll still be in control of Markus? Okay, so we've got 2 votes to keep, 1 to refuse. So we're going to keep the detonator.
I just hope we never have to use it.
Doesn't mean set off. He said himself, let's hope I never have to use it.
Whatever happens tomorrow.
We need path unlocked with North.
I just want you to know that I'm glad I met you.
But yeah, unless someone steals it. Keep. I hope he doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't mean set off. We've got it, and Markus himself said, I hope we don't have to use it. So I think that says that it's an option, but hopefully you won't. It's always there as a backup.
We have to get ready. The next few hours would be crucial.
I'll go join the others.
Oh, we lost some relationship with North there. I didn't press the button, did I? That's my fault. Completely my fault. I didn't see the button until I was looking at chat, didn't see it. Apologies, my fault. Should have done it as well. Yeah, I missed the option. Apologies for that. That was completely my fault.
Well done, Connor. You succeeded in locating Jericho and finding their leader. Now deal with Markus. We need it alive.
Yeah, I was looking at chat, didn't even notice it happening. That was a massive error on my part. Right, we now need to stop Markus.
I've been ordered to take you alive. But I won't hesitate to shoot if you give me no choice.
Okay. As I say, yeah, sorry I missed the option. I didn't even spot it. We've now got to... I think we're Markus, aren't we? Joanna keeps pulling him into that world. She does, doesn't she? That's the thing. Yeah. So do we reason, do we defy, discourage, or threaten? We're not... We're Connor, aren't we? We're not Markus in this situation. I don't know who we're talking for. I want to say we're... Hang on a second. Yeah, I want to say we're Connor. So we've got reason. It'd be funny if you made both of them do say nothing as we stand there like morons. There is that. We've got 2 votes for a reason though, so let's go for reason. Reason as well. We're Markus, are we? I couldn't work out who it was.
You're one of us. You can't betray your own people.
Okay, now we're Connor. Now we're talking for Connor's path. This is where it gets a little bit confusing, I think. Connor's instability is going up, though. Does Connor intimidate, or does he give instructions? That's the question now. Does Connor try and intimidate Markus, or does he give him instructions instead? But yeah, it's flicking between the two. I didn't spot. I was still annoyed I missed the kiss of it, because, you know, we've messed around with so much with North and never really kept her high up, trusting us. So instructions at the time we're allowed to see the default, but pick instructions at the last moment. Instructions is we got votes for instructions, so we'll pick instructions. Close to running out. Well, I'll let it run close. I can't let it run out though. Does it change the option? Will it do something different then? I'm not missing this. There we go.
You're coming with me.
It didn't do anything. So now we're back to Markus. Do we convince, appeal, or I know you? Yeah, he didn't really pick the timeout. He didn't pick the default, I don't think. Do we convince, appeal, or I know you? For the answers from Markus to the instruction of you're coming with me. But yeah, he didn't seem to change it. I know you, appeal. Okay. It splits. One is I know you, 1 vote for appeal, 2 votes for I know you. So that's 2 votes to 1 to I know you.
You're Connor, aren't you? That famous Deviant hunter. Well, congratulations. You seem to have found what you were looking for.
Right, next thing's for Markus. Convince, appeal, or our cause. Obviously, we've successfully identified Connor as Connor. But Markus doesn't seem afraid of him. Knows who he is, knows what he does. So we're going to try and convince him, appeal to him, or our cause. That's the question. We are actually running out of time. We're already out of time, to be fair. We'll just cross the 2-hour mark. We normally do for the evening stream. So we'll go until this story bit's done, admittedly. But yeah, this looks to be the last storyline of this evening. Our cause, 1 vote, 2 votes for appeal. So I'm sorry, RK, appeal it is 2 to 1.
We are your people. We're fighting for your freedom too.
Markus is getting closer.
You don't have to be their slave anymore.
Stop for instability is up. Okay. 4 options now for Connor. Stay back, warning shot, enough, or say nothing. The warning shot is obviously we're going to fire a warning shot. And there is an option to say nothing as well. The other 2 seem aggressive, stay back, so it's noticed him moving forward. Or enough, come on, we're going, that's done. Stay back, warning shot, enough, or say nothing. My only thinking would be warning shot may bring other androids to Markus' side. Because obviously you're making noise. And in the container ship like the one we're on, That's going to be a very loud noise, isn't it? 2 votes to say nothing. 3 votes, sorry, for say nothing. So say nothing it is. Okay. 3 more options. We can sow doubts, we can question, or we can undermine. Now, considering Connor's software instability is going up all the time, sowing doubts, playing on that maybe. The question could be anything, couldn't it? Why are you doing this? Why are you not joining your people? Could be any of those, couldn't it? Undermine. That's another interesting one. What have we got? Sow doubts, question. Okay, 1 for sow doubts and 1 for question. Interesting. There's another vote. I'll have to break the tie. Con already has doubts. He does already have doubts, exactly. He is slowly turning deviant, although he doesn't like to admit it to himself by the looks of things. He's kind of unsure what's actually happening to him. So doubts or question. That's not helping Crazy Irishman in the slightest. So we've got 1 for so doubts and 1 for question, and then Crazy Irishman decided to do both of the 2 other answers. So in theory, that's 2-2. If I'm gonna break the deadlock, I think I would go so doubts. I think the fact he has doubts already plays into that. So if I'm breaking the deadlock then. So I'm gonna pick so doubts.
You never have any doubts. You've never done something irrational, as if there's something inside you.
Stability is going up still.
Something more than your program.
What if Markus asks, do you feel lucky? Do you feel lucky? Yeah, then we'd have to think of a very quick answer. Right. So 2 options we had previously are now back on the board after trying to sow doubts in Markus's head. Question, rally, or undermine. Question, we had the option last time. And RK voted for that one. Undermine is still there, and plus rally. So now we're going for question, by the looks of it. There's 1 vote for question. I'm assuming RK is going to stick to his one. Yeah, rally's a weird one. Because are we rallying him to the cause, or are we trying to rally our cause to where we are? I'm not sure which way that go. Rally, it fits with what the Jericho group is all about. I hadn't thought of it that way, to be fair. Crazy Irishman says rally as well. So we're 2-1 on rally is 2, question is 1. So let's go for rally then.
Join us. Join
Bold move.
You are one of us. Listen to your conscience. It's time to decide.
Rally him to our cause. Oh, we have a choice. And this is going to change things, I assume, after this choice. So the choice is become a deviant or remain a machine. Does Connor become a deviant and join the cause, or will he remain a machine? We've unlocked to become a deviant through previous actions, I'm assuming, throughout the game to this point. So luckily, the option is unlocked. Yeah, it's a big choice, big decision. Connor seems to have always had that moment of being deviant anyway, to be fair. But he also values being a machine. It's definitely a tough one. So 1 vote for become deviant, 2 votes for become deviant. I kind of guess that's where you go, to be fair. All talents. I can max out for now. Nice, Dennis. Deviant to get even more on Hank's good side. There is also that. Hank liked us as a deviant with some of our decisions, didn't he? So become a deviant is the answer we're picking. I'm tearing down the wall. So I didn't know if I needed to do this or not. That's the wall down. He's done so many things that make him deviant, saving Ang letting Kara go. That's a good point. He's been a deviant for quite a while anyway, hasn't he? I am deviant. Amanda is now betrayed by Connor.
They're going to attack Jericho.
What?
We have to get out of here. Shit.
Wow, they're in trouble. You often wonder what Alice's program will look like when she becomes deviant. Do homework.
What's going on, Carol?
Quick, we've got to get out of here.
They've spotted it as well. They're all in trouble.
Come on, go, go, go!
Rats in a maze.
Hey, Carol! They're coming! The corridor, over there. Follow me.
Trying to escape Jericho.
This way! Quick!
Trying to stay behind Luther. Come on.
This way.
You're going left.
Exit further on. Come in! Quick!
Luther's down.
They're coming from all sides. Our people are trapped in the hold. They're going to be slaughtered.
Stop. Okay. Decision time again. Our people are trapped in the hull. They're all going to be slaughtered. We've got the 4 choices. Message, Simon and Josh, helicopters, blow up Jericho. I've got no idea what all them answers do. So message, I don't know what that's going to be. Simon and Josh, I assume he's asking where are they. Helicopters, we know they're on the roof. We blow up Jericho is a way of killing everyone in it, I suppose. So 1 vote from RK for message. Message is the one I'm not sure about. I don't know what it actually entails. I'm guessing Simon and Josh means where are they? Helicopters on the roof. And blowing up Jericho seems quite a drastic action. Kill not just the androids but the humans as well. So we've got 1 vote for message currently. As I say, we're kind of overrunning this evening. Hopefully we're not too far off the end of the story. I think I can check the flowchart, can't I, to see how far off. Obviously, I'm not looking at kind of the answers. That makes sense. All I want to know is how close to the end of this we are. Not very. There's still lots of choices. Okay. I'm not going to be able to continue much more. That's the only thing. We're still a long way off this, I think, by the looks of things. I don't know when the autosave kicks in. What I may do is do this next scene and then I may have to stop. Mainly because my eyes are already going, so I've got to be careful how far I go. Plus I've got 4. P set 2 maxed out. Level for 7 on Mona. 1 is 0. 2 legendary, 2 epic. Nice! Right, message seems to be the consensus. The message is...
There are exits on the 2nd and 3rd floor. Find them and jump in the river.
I forgot about that. So message, Markus relayed a message to everyone in the vicinity. Can be very fast paced depending on your choices. Okay. Well, we've overrun with 10 minutes already and I'm struggling to keep my eyes open, so I can't do too much more. I'm assuming it will autosave, would be my thinking. Right, 3 options, Simon and Josh, helicopters or blow up Jericho. So we've used up the message option and Markus managed to send a message to all the androids in the vicinity. We've got helicopters. So it looks like we have helicopters next. Heli, perfect.
They're coming from the upper deck now, too. We'll be caught in the crossfire.
We have to run, Markus. There's nothing we can do.
Okay. Next decision. Down to 2 choices from the 4 we started with. Simon and Josh or blow up Jericho. Simon and Josh are currently missing. Blow up Jericho. It's definitely a drastic action, but it's there. We may still not have a choice. We may still have to pick the last one after we've done the next one. I don't know. So what do we think? Blow up Jericho, Simon and Josh. Very like Simon and Josh got the message. It's not a bad shout. Dennis is going for blow up. We got a second blow from RK. We got 1 Simon and Josh, So it's 3-1 on blow up Jericho. Okay, we're hoping Simon and Josh got the message from Markus first. So we're going to blow up Jericho.
We have to blow up Jericho. If the ship goes down, they'll evacuate and our people can escape.
You'll never make it! The explosives are all the way down in the hold. There are soldiers everywhere.
She's right. They know who you are. They'll do anything to get you.
Go and help the others. I'll join you later.
Markus!
I won't be long.
Okay. Right. I'm going to not be able to do this, I don't think. I think we are going to have to stop. I really want to finish this off, but my eyes are not going to survive. It's because we've gone past the kind of cut-off and then my tablets kind of kick in. I'm hoping that there's an autosave has kicked in. That's kind of my only hope, really. In options, there's nothing there, is there? The flowchart I didn't want. The annoying thing is, I don't know how, it's because I don't know how long is left. But I don't think I've got a choice. I can't. Any unsaved. I'm assuming it's saved. I'm hoping it's saved after finishing the choice. Trophy achieved 3 at Jericho. Trophy popped up for some reason when I was leaving. And One of Us trophy achieved as well. I don't know why they're only just popping up. But yeah, sorry about that, guys. We've overrun anyway, and I am struggling. So apologies, we're not going to see the end of that right now.
I think there's something wrong in my program.
Yeah, the tablets. I have to take them around 9 o'clock, otherwise in the morning I wake up like with a really bad hangover kind of feeling. But drowsiness kicks in normally around 11:30, 12:15, which is why we only stream for 2 hours in the evening. And that's what's happening now. So yeah, apologies, we're not going to finish that story tonight. But I think we are coming to the conclusion of this. We're getting very close to it, at least, the way the stories have been going. But thank you all very much. You've all been incredible. Do what you need to do. Let's stop. Thank you, Crazy Irishman. RK, pleasure as always. So yeah, that's it for this evening and this weekend, in fact. There is content on the channel tomorrow. We've got the schedule going live 1 PM GMT to let you know what's happening next week. And then we won't be live Monday morning because school holidays. But we are going to be live Monday evening with Assassin's Creed Syndicate. There's going to be a few more extra evening streams next week to make up for the fact that we're not streaming during the day. But it'll all get sorted. I'll do a channel update as well in a week's time to explain it all a bit more. But I think we're in good stead. There is daily content on the channel, as I say, over the course of the week before we're not streaming. And Stray will begin. The episodes of Stray will start Monday morning around 9 AM GMT as well. You need to sleep as well, Dennis. I know. So, as always, thank you all very much. You've all been incredible. You made some amazing choices this evening. And I think we're definitely getting towards the end.
I like your interior decoration.
So, no long
it really reflects your
speech or anything now. I'm going to have to stop rather quickly. So, as always, thanks for the likes, the comments, the views, and the conversation. You guys have been incredible. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, everyone. And hopefully we'll see some of you Monday evening. But if not, have a good week as well. And I'm sure we'll see you soon. There's some hidden Easter eggs if you start the game on a national holiday. Is there really? Oh, wow. Okay, that's interesting. Thank you as well, Sean. Good to see you. Can we make Walking Dead the sub-special when we've done this? I didn't know Walking Dead had a game. I have to have a look at that. I didn't know I had one. Oh, you mean Telltale series, maybe, don't you? There's a few of them actually could be interesting. We'll have a chat about that over the course of the week and see what we can come up with. There's a few things we want to look at for when we finish Detroit, to be honest. Right, I'm going to have to stop because I will struggle and start snoring our way down the headset and you guys won't know what's going on. So as I say, thank you for joining us. Content on the channel all week. Scheduled video out tomorrow. There are streams in the evenings next week as well, so keep an eye out for that. And that is it. Thank you all very much. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll see you all soon. Thank you all for watching. Bye-bye.